Hey Tanya, Pete Buchanan here again. Hey, I just want to go over in a little bit more detail. I put a couple of swings up here. Yours is on the right, mine's on the left, just to give you a little example of what I was talking about when we're looking at the swing plane and where your club ends up versus where I'd like to see it end up. We're going to move these simultaneously together, and you'll see in the bottom frame how these come out. You see as the club comes away, beginning to go away from it, and you can see in this first frame here where the club's about parallel to the ground, you can see your club head is outside your hands and mine is pretty much even with it, maybe just a little bit above. So you can see a difference in where the club's positioned, but also look at the big difference in how the shoulders have turned. Mine on the left have much more turn in them, and yours have hardly any at this stage. And then as we move a frame at a time and you start to see the club come up, watch where the positioning of the golf club goes between yourself and mine. And you can see here when the hands just reach about shoulder high, look at the difference in where the golf clubs are. You can definitely see how much more vertical yours is on the right, and where mine is now parallel to the original shaft plane line when the hands are shoulder high. So it stayed on that plane, and you can definitely see a difference in how the shoulders are positioned. You can see mine are near fully turned, and you can see your right one's up, and still doesn't have the full turning effect. And then you'll see here as they go to the top of the swing, and you can see where mine stops. My shaft is still parallel to the original target line, and you can see yours is now up and actually pointed a little bit right of the target. So see, it's just gone too far up and gotten pushed out of line simply because of where it went, and you can see a big difference in where the right arms are positioned. And this is crucial to making a sufficient repetitive downswing that has more of a shallow attack and also has a consistent application of the club face square to the ball. So now as we start these down, and you can see too, we'll get right to the top. Mine's at the top of the swing there, and so is yours. You can also see just a big difference in the direction of the golf club overall and how the arms are positioned. So now as we start to come back down, I'm going to have to jump mine here a couple of frames to catch up with you. But now we'll just move this one. We'll get back up there to the top. Okay, and we'll just move these to come down. As they start to come down, you can see in the first initial movement with where they're going. I'll bring yours back to the top of the swing again. And you can see right here, your hands are going to start to bring the club straight down, and it gets in between your shoulder and your chin there. And you can see when mine starts to come down, it stays right with the shoulder to come down. It comes right down the same way it went down. Now it's back to the shoulder where it was. So you can see yours is a little bit outside where it went up. And now if we just move these together as they begin to come down, you can start to see the golf club in here where mine is still parallel to it and yours is getting in there, but you know the arms are just trailing a little bit behind. And as we come into it and get into the impact position, I'm going to stop yours right there at impact, and you can see take it one more with mine here as it comes in. We'll get both of these at impact. One more. You can see how yours is still a little bit steep. It's running to the ground. I'm hitting off a mat here in this particular one, but the steepness to it and how the body's opened up and the hips have opened up, and you can see mine. Everything's perfectly square to the target line, so I'm coming back in the same way that I started, which is going to give me that efficient contact and consistent contact. And then as we move these one more through, you can see as we come around here and get to the finish line on the other side, I want you to watch where the shafts are, and you can see how yours is coming up a little bit vertical up in the air, and look where the position of mine on the left hand side is, back parallel to the original shaft angle. So it's staying parallel and swinging on that plane, which gives me the efficiency of what's going on with the contact. And since it never gets off plane, it's always a solid level contact at the bottom, and I can consistently control the ball and repeat it time and time again. So that's why I said at the beginning what we wanted to do with yours as you get to it is we've got to get the posture a little bit better. So you can see I'm not sitting on my heels, I'm sitting on the flat of my feet, backed fairly straight. And what I want you to do with yours is as it comes away, we need that right shoulder to turn instead of just climb straight up into the air and push the golf club up. And you can see here there's going to be much more turn as the shoulders move away, and now the forearms rotate and the club comes more around. And so you can just see here the difference, and this tells it all right there, the difference in where the shafts are. Yours is about 90 degrees, and mine's still parallel to the original shaft angle. So that's really where we got to get it. We start moving that shaft down for you and get rid of some of that vertical nature, getting more horizontal turn of the shoulders and a better set of the upper body on the lower body. It's really going to make a giant difference in what's going on. And as you come back into impact and get that club to swing down, we're just going to see a big difference in getting the club in there. And again, you can see how your body's starting to open up right in here. See how the hips have turned out. And then as you look up top where mine is, as it comes back down, the body's going to stay pretty planted, and as it gets back into impact, it's right back where it was. And then it goes through and then lets the club release. And you can see to this point in time, as yours comes down too and goes through again, we were talking about it, hands about shoulder high on the other side, you can see where your shaft is. And as we get over here, again, mine's back parallel, so it's staying on that original plane line the whole time. So it's going to be very important. So I hope that makes sense. Again, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to either send me a text, give me a phone call, send me a video again, or just send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer it and get you back and get you on the putting that swing where it should be, and let's make this thing efficient and get those scores way down and put your, as I said before, put your game to heights it's never been before. So, all right, thanks again for using the SSR, being one of our good patriots out there using it, and helping us spread the word, because we feel we've got a great product here that's going to really revolutionize and change the way the game is taught and make it very simple for everybody to play it. And so that SSR is going to be a big controller in helping us do that. And I think you can see here, you know, we both have them on, and it just makes it so easy to keep the angles of the swing the same, because, you know, that SSR just doesn't let it change. You know, it comes right back into the same angle it was when it started, and it just helps to keep that consistent flow at the bottom and make that golf club swing efficiently. So anyway, have a great rest of your weekend, and again, if you have any questions, let me know. See ya.